Hello.
Just not.
Hello, guys. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think the audio is quite good. I think we are good to go. So, guys, welcome back to episode 25. And yeah, so you guys have not been able to kind of like do a stream. I think I didn't do yesterday. Yeah. So I wasn't able to do a stream yesterday. Yeah, I guess. I think I did. Yeah, I did it too. So I'll be continuing from today and from where we stopped. So yeah, that's it. So if you are wondering where I'm standing, I decided to kind of like do the episode today while standing. Been a long time I kind of like did coding. Why it's been a long time since I kind of like code while standing up or kind of like did something standing up like that. So I just want to try it out. And yeah, guys. So with that being said, let's get on with this. So last was it 2 days ago? So we left off at this point. Where is it again? So basically on the details page, we were able kind of like to get to this um path right here, and if we should go back to our design we have, where is it? Where is it? Okay, here it is. So here is our design. No, not this. Yeah, so here's our design. So basically, we stopped somewhere right here. So we want to complete this today and then fix a lot of stuff up here because there's a whole lot of stuff we need to fix here. So we kind of do that too. So let's just get to the coding part. Enough of talking. And so yeah, so we have this issue. So if you look over here, you can see the padding. What's it called again? The divider we had here has a lot of padding, whereby it's kind of like not being placed like the other ones. So let's see what that issue is and fix that up. Um, so we can actually, um, where is it? So diploma and certification. No, not that. That should be somewhere. Nope, 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 nope. Like article section. Yeah. So yeah, in our where did I do the article section stuff again? So let's see this. Go to definition. So yeah, guys. Sometimes if you can just hover over it, just put a cursor on it, then right click or your two hand on your, if you're using a MacBook, your two hand on your mouse. So you can just go to definition. It will take you to the where you created that method or widget or something like that. So yeah, it is. So we scroll down, we can see. So actually, we have this. Let's see article section. So we have show or we have this icon. Mm, Okay, not actually article section. This should be review section, not article section. Because article is way below here. So this should be review section. So in our review section, so we have a column, and so this is our custom short divider. Okay. I guess we added it in the wrong place, so it shouldn't be here. So we should take it out of here, and then we can just move it up on the way to this place. So it should basically be here, and we just put it here. Save that. Let's see what. No. Okay, just come. Open it again. Not actually. So it should be before article section. Save. And yeah, so it is looking nice. So basically looking at the same we have previously. So right now under article section we have articles. So we have four articles. We have so basically all these things are hard coded right now. So let's work on article section. So we should have something like these card like this. So let's implement that. So we have our article section right here, and after the rule widget, so under the rule widget, let's have. So we're going to use a list view builder for that, and just give me a moment, guys. Yeah, so we have this list view builder. What we do that we can actually use a size box. So we can give our box a definite height. So let's say it should be 260 for the height of the box. And since we have the height, so we can go ahead and give up into the width and then modify the width. So you can say the width should be basically media query dot of context. So it basically should take the whole parent's width dot width. So take the whole parent's available width. So once that is done, so we could tap into the child property, and we over here we just add the list view. So it should be a list view builder. So basically, a list view is a widget that has a scrollable list. So this are in form of list, so it's scrollable. So we use a list view for this. Basically, not only this, we have other widget you can use to do something like this, but most use a list view. So we use a list view for that. I will say list view the builder. No, this. So it should be list view the builder. So and for now, we're going to say, okay, the builder function, which has a context and an index. So is it? Yeah. So we're good to go. Okay, we think we made a mistake here. So should remove one. Yeah. So inside this method, inside the builder function, we return a widget. For now, we can return a container and a container. So yeah, we can actually give the container a color for now. Let's give it a color. So we're actually going to change that. So we're going to use colors that let's use that color. Let's give it a height. We could say 200 for the height. Let's give it a width. We could just say um width should be, let's say something like 250 for the width. And I think that's it. Fix that. So, guys, so let's just try the. Oh, one more thing. So you have to add an item count. For now, we just want to display one item. Now, let's see if there's something else we need to fix. And also, we want to change the scroll direction. For now, let's add this. Um, we could say, yeah. So let's see that in action. So here it is. And For now, for now, it's scrolling horizontally, so you can only scroll it horizontally. But we don't want that. We want to scroll it along this axis. Um, no, for now it's I made a mistake. So I was trying to say for now it's actually scrolling vertical in the vertical axis, but I want it to scroll on the horizontal axis, which is this direction. So what we could do is that there's a property here we could tap into. We could say scroll direction. So the scroll direction, we could say axis dots. So you tap into the horizontal because vertical is the default one, which is the one we are seeing right now. So you can just tap into horizontal to save that. Right now, here it is. So basically, it took the shape so I can so that we can be able to scroll horizontally. If we want to see this in action, what we could do is that we could just say, um, let's see, do we need to do this? Okay. Um, yeah, so here it is. But we could add a margin to this so it can actually be visible. So we could say edge insect dots um, only. So only from at the right side. So let's say 30 on another sort of testing. So if you look, you can see how that what that looks like. So you can just scroll. So you can also actually scroll horizontally and see. Yeah. So this is basically what we want. If you look, see this. That's basically what this looks like. So you could actually scroll horizontally. So let's go ahead and implement this. And uh, I just figured out that we forgot our music. So let's add our music. Okay, I think that's okay now. And yeah, let's get back to the coding part of this. And so we just added a dummy containers that can be scrolled. We want to get to this. So let's see the height, the total height of this container. Mm, Tap on this, and we can see the height here. So the height is 240, and the width is 285. So you can say 240, 240. We don't need this. We don't need to specify the height here. Let's save it. And then the width is 285. So you can just say 285.0 and save that. And that will basically apply to this we have here. And the next is just to modify these containers we have here. So looking at the container, let's say, so is a but do they have the border radius? So there's no border radius, but so it doesn't have any border radius. And if you look at the structure, so this is basically the first part of it is basically a stack widget. So you have a stack widget right here with this on top of the image. We could actually use a stack widget for every single thing here, then use position to position them on different parts of the app side, or we could use a or we could actually use a column, and this part will use a stack widget for it. So let's do this. So basically, we can say in here, child. Yeah, this column widget, and it has a children property, and inside the children. So we could go in there and say have a stack widget, and the stack we have a children itself, and for now we want to add an image. So if you save this, nothing's gonna show up. So this will still be this like this. So we won't see anything for now. Um, So what else we could do is to add an image. So the image we want to add is actually a container. So it'll be a kind of a container inside a container. And in there, what we want to do is we want the height to be from, let's see the height of it. So that should be 155. 155, 10. And width is basically, yeah. So because you take the width of the parent, so we could just say decoration, tap into the decoration property and use the box decoration. And inside the box decoration, so I'm trying to use actually an image. Actually, so this container we have an image as its background. So that's what I'm trying to use by using this box decoration. And inside there we can say image, and we want to use network image. What's it? Network image. So network image. Okay, so before we do that, so that would show a type error. So we have this a type error. So basically, this particular image will be a decoration image, and inside the decoration image, you're going to have a network image. So right now we have this network image. Let's go ahead for now. Use the image we used. Okay, I think we have a suggested image. Let's try this. Let's try this image that was suggested to us, and let's save and see what that looks like. Here we go. So if you look, you see this is how the box looks right now, and I think it's good. Yeah. So we are good with that. Another one we need for us to remove the color. We don't need the color, and yeah. Okay, so and yeah, we remove the color. Sorry for the distraction. I just fixed some stuff. So we remove the color we have here, and then we add this background. Not the background, the border. So if you see there's a border right here, we need to add that border. And yes. So it could actually, so here's our main container for the card. So we could just tap into the decoration property of this, and we use a box decoration here. And we can tap into the border, not the border radius. We don't need the border radius, but the border. And right in the border, we could just use so no, that should be border. Use border or okay, so border or on it. Let's see the color for the border. So the border color was basically we could try using this since it's the same color with the divider we have here. We're going to make the border to be 1 pixel because over here, so because it's 1 pixel right here, and so we leave it, save this. I think we have an issue. Okay. So the issue, if you could guess what the issue is about. So basically the issue is that we have this color property here, and we actually added a box decoration. Whenever you have a color in your container and you add a box decoration and you did not remove this, basically your Flutter runtime will show an error. Basically what the error is saying that you need to remove the color and add it inside the box decoration and not outside it, since you're using box decoration. So we could just remove the color to fix the issue. Um, since we don't need the color, just remove the color and save this again. And you see the error has gone away. They don't need the error right now. We are not seeing any error. With that being done, let's see if there's something else we need. And so we could reduce the width property of the border because I think it's kind of like obvious, showing too much. Let's just do the width. Let's reduce it a bit more. Let's say 0.3. And yeah, I think it's okay now. Yeah, it's quite okay now. So what else we could do is that we could go in there. Let's add this. So we have to add this on top of this. So to do that, I think that we actually used that icon previously somewhere. So the icon, yeah. So here's the icon. You can just copy the icon over and then go straight down. Um, that was the article section, right? Yeah. So yeah, under the container, then you add the icon. Let's save this. Um, let's change the color so you guys could see what I'm trying to show you guys. So I think we could make the color is white here. So basically, it should be white. We could just yeah. Since I think it's the same color on dark mode. So now dark mode, let's see. So it's the same white color on dark mode. So let's make it let's make dark colors. Um, I think we have a white. Okay, yeah. So we have pure white. So we can go ahead and use that. Save it. You could see the icon probably showing up. So that's what we need. So, but we need to position this because if you look right, let me minimize. So if you look right here, you see that the icon is kind of placed at the right hand side of the image. So let's position that. And to position that, we need to have position widget on both of them. So you can just wrap this with position. Position. So this will not show an error. Okay. And then on this one, we can add a position and just position it where we want it to be. Right now we could say from the right hand side, we just want something like 10.0. As you can see, we just moved straight to the right hand side. But let's see what they added here. So they added a position of 21% on the right. So you can just use 16 here from the left and from the right 16. And from the top we could use 14. You could just say top. Let's say 14.0. Save them, and you can see that will be moved. It will move the icon down a bit, which you could see here. And still see that on this too. So let's go ahead and fix this up. Before we do that, let's make that visible by increasing the we could increase the margin bottom right here, or we could say instead of increasing, we could just leave it and go straight over here and add a size box and say height. Let's make it 200.0. Save this and it will push this up for us. So we could have a space here so that this can be pushed up. Later on, we are going to remove this. We are not going to leave it here. So we scroll down and continue what we are doing. Let's add this test. So I have a stack widget. Under the stack widget, we are going to have let's say a row widget here, because this is a single row. So let's yeah, let's add a row here. So we say children. Inside the children property, the first one is going to be an icon, and this icon will be Flutter, and so we tap into the icons for ammo. That's we can just say dots, and we want clock, something like a clock. So it's wash. Okay, yeah, it is. So basically, is what we are looking for. Let's see, there's other ones. Yeah, this one. Shake that. So the icon should have a width of 18 and height of 18. Basically, let's say around 30. The color should be decent color for the test we have here, and that should be, say, tap into the color, and we tap into our app colors, dots, unselected. So let's see that. You can see it's showing up. So yeah, it is, and the size. So let's say 25.0. Let's try 30. Is that too much? I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So we added the icon. Let's add a test. So this should be kind of like 15 minutes. Let's copy that test because I'm trying to see how, because we're going to kind of like dynamically modify this. Let's paste that for now. And so we have the test style. We're going to use the caption theme, test theme, and for the test right here, the width is 400, and the width is 400, and the size is 10, but the size is 13 here, so we change that to 10. Let's see if there's something else we're missing. That's all. We go ahead and save this. And So if you look, you could see that showing up. Showing up properly. Yeah, 15 minutes. But the icon is too big. Let's reduce that a bit. I think it's okay right now. And next thing will be to add this test right here, this left side test. And so that will be another test. You can just copy this since it's the same um, test. Paste that. And we just change the test there. So we just copy it over right now. Save that. Okay, let's see. So if you look here, guys, you see that it's showing up, but it's kind of like both of them are kind of like close together. But we want to kind of like give it a space. So there should be a space right here. Remember to use spacer since we want to push this to the end. So size box will work, but size box is not the perfect solution here. The perfect solution is basically a spacer. So to push it to the end. So let's use a spacer. That's it. Go ahead and save this. You can see it pushed it to the end. So that's it. Last we want to add this. Let's add this one. So you have this test. This is a test. Just copy it over. Let's copy the test for now. Copy that. And go ahead and paste that here. But the issue is that we are going to change the text to look like this. So to do that, let's modify the properties. So we have weight is 400. First of all, let's start with a header. So this should be a headline. Headline 4. Let's try headline 3. So headline 3 font width is 400. Size is 13. And okay. So remove this color. That's what is causing the issue. Yeah. So we got it working. So we have style is normal. I think we already have one style of normal. That comes by default, but we could just add that and remove the color here. So that being removed, let's see if we get its normal weight from the size 13 line height. We don't need that. So you have the color, yeah. So the color is already there. So right now let's go ahead and kind of fix up these stuffs. Looking over, you see there's a margin of 17 and 17 by the two side, also for year, also for year. So let's go ahead and do that. So this position here. So you could just, yeah, so you wrap this in a container. So you could tap into the margin property. Or you could just use padding. Yeah, you could just directly use padding. So padding right there, we could say Um, oh, made a mistake. So let's wrap it again. So wrap with padding. Padding.org. That's, let's see it. Okay, so you can just say padding, not .org, but padding.only. Only, or we could just say um top um yes. Best we could do is just to say um let's see. So that applies to okay, let's just try all padding dot all, and we could just add 8.0. 8.0. Okay, yeah. So that we kind of like add this 8. Since over here we have okay. The top is okay, not 8.0 or so the top should be 7.5 and the left right is let's see, is 17. Basically 17. Let's see. So you can use symmetric. So horizontal side should be 17.0 and then the vertical side. So horizontal basically means along this horizontal line here and here is 17.0. Then vertical means along this side here and here should be 8.0. Let's try that. And yeah, it is. So it's looking good. This is what we needed. And yeah, so that's it. So the next one is to add a padding to this too, to this last one. So the same 17 and the top and bottom 8. So you could just wrap this. So you say symmetric. Just use symmetric on it. And we could just say horizontal. So you already added that for us, 17 and 8. Okay, now we got a problem. We got a really, really big problem. Is that actually a big problem? Do we need vertical? Not that big, so let's fix this. So we could just say only, we could just say top, then we could say, not top, it should be left. Since we want it at the other left side, which is this side, so that should be left. And the next one should be right. Let's tap into the right property, it should be 17 also. And we have the top. No, we don't need top, but we need bottom, which is 8.0. And the error is fixed. If you look over here, see we have the same design. Everything is looking fine. So we have the box, the test, the spacing. We are good to go. But if you look closely, see there's something. Wait a minute. So we actually added a border here, so we don't need. So if you look closely, see there's a lot of issues that we need to fix right now, since there's a spacing between here and here. So let's get into that and fix that. So step number 1. So this says show all, and we wrap this. Okay, this one is inside a basically a column. No, basically inside a row, right? And I think it won't make sense right now. it will make sense right now to actually make this a container. And let's save. I think there's no issue. Yeah. And then we can add a margin. So you can use agent set. So since we want a space at the top, you can use margin for that. So you can use margin only top. So let's see the space we have another. So that should be bigger than, should be quite big. So let's say we have something like 10. Let's make it 15. Yeah, I think it makes sense now. So we have 15 right there. And yeah, so that's it. I think we'll fix that up. So let's see again. Let's see that's issue. Yeah, fix. Okay, okay. So if you look, you could see there's actually a border. Yeah, and I don't think that should actually exist. This border. So we have a list view. So view. So I'm trying to see how we can let's fix that because that's showing up and we don't want that in our design. So I'll brought that up all. Okay. So why is it adding that? That's okay. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's added back again. Mm, is it from our code? Let's see. So we start widget, we have position, we have container. This for the image. For the icon. Another padding here where we have all this stuff. And lastly we have this padding. Okay. So I think I can see the issue. Looks like no. Wait. No, I'm not sure that's so much. I think there's an issue with the simulator we are using. Later on we can test that out. We test that on real device to see what's going on. But that line shouldn't be there. So yeah, right now we completed this part. So the article section is now complete. Let's reduce this context size, dot height. Drag it down. Actually, remove that down a bit. Like this. Okay, like this. So yeah, we're good to go. And so that's done. Let's say there's something we missed in the process. So you have the review, you have the diploma section, place of work, education section. We have the about, the image, the styles. So yeah, we're good to go. And last last but not the least is that right now you can see that this stuff right here is basically dormant. If you tap on this, it's not working. So basically, this should be doing something. When you tap on this, it should do something. When you tap on this, it should do something. And so right now, none of them is doing what it's supposed to do. So, but let's go ahead and fix that. And that's a way to fix that. So we are going to make basically one way to fix this is that we are going to make what we call um, expandable. Is it? Yeah. That's expandable. So basically, what that means that something that when you tap on or you click on, it will expand, so you can see the children inside it. Um, in web design, I think that's still called the same web design, something like that. But basically, like I said, what we are trying to do is that when you tap on this, so this should kind of like hide or show. So it will hide this and show this depending um, on the on the particular time you tapped on this. And when you tap on it, if it's going to hide it, this should be showless. Now, if it's going to hide this should be show off. But if it's going to open it, this should be showless. So that's what we are going to do. Let's get on with the coding. So to do that, we are going to um, basically also what we are going to do now is also called code refactoring. Since we are going to removing most of this code we have here, and be using we are going to be using one single custom widget to do this stuff we have here. So let's go down. Um, so here we have. So you have this presentation, and inside it you have a widget. And inside the widget, let's add what we call. So we call that custom expand items. So I'm going to call that custom expand underscore items dot and in here we're going to create there should be a stateful widget. We're going to create a stateful widget since we are going to have some animations inside it. So let's create a stateful widget, and we're going to call the stateful widget um, custom expand items. So right now we're going to return a container. Yeah. Yeah, let's return a container for now. Let's fix the errors we're having here. Delete this. Over here, click on this, then import material, and that will fix the errors. Save this. Let's go ahead and start using this. So we add this inside our details, whole details screen. That should be somewhere. Yeah, so for now we are trying to do a test, so we are trying to test something, so let's add it somewhere above the article screen so we can see what we are doing. I'll save that, and we could make this, add a color to this for now, so we see how that looks. So it should say the color property, I would say colors dot and save that. Okay, not showing up. Let's use a width. Let's say the width should be the width of the mobile we are using, or the width of the phone we are using. Yeah. So how to do that? You tap into the media query of context dot size dot width. Tap into the width property. So basically, if you leave it like this, you're saying take the whole width. Save that. And that's not showing up. Let's see. Details. Custom expand. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to add a height property. So we can see that. So yeah. So here it is. So we're just trying to test something out. So yes. So let's go ahead and start modifying this. We are going to remove this height for now. We don't need the height. And what we could do, come over here, copy all this stuff. We did it. And once you copy it over, replace whatsoever we have here with it. And then we have the width, media, try to see if it matches. So top 26, bottom should say yeah, just leave it at 24. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Save this, and then we could tap into the child property. So tap into the child property. We're going to say column. Inside the column, we tap into the children. Inside the children property, we add a row. Basically, we don't need to kind of like do this from scratch. Head over here, copy whatever we have here. So we're going to copy all this, copy that, go over here and paste that. Let me just put this down. We're going to fix some bugs, some errors, not bugs. Import that's fixed. We're going to fix this one. That being added, let's see what else we have to do. So right now, to fix these errors we're having here, we're going to add an instance variable. So we've got a final, actually title, not final string. It should be title, right? And next one should be tutu, because this has a tutu, this has a tutu, this has a tutu. As well. So do that. Final. That should be an int or that tutu. And then add that in here. Come on. Save that. And replace what's happened. What did we do? Okay, just replace this. And so if you let me say something. So in a stateful widget, once we create an instance variable like this, to access it in a stateful widget, um, you need to use the widget. So there's a difference. So if you are going to create it, add those variable here. Basically, these variables are going to be created immediately this class is being called or is being used, not the ones we create here. So if you create this variable here, let's say we create a variable called expanded in here, and if you want to use it, you could basically call expanded. So let me make it a string, so it makes me not throw an error. Um, so to use this in here, it's easy. Just call it's expanded, and you won't ever have any issue. So you see that in here. But right now, to use this one we declared in this top class, the outer top class, we can't use it directly. If you try using title here, you have an error. So you don't see title. You can't even see the title. So you see there's an error. If so, it couldn't recognize where we are getting the title from. The way to do that is to use something called widget. So widget dot title. So this how to access whatever you declared up here in your state. This is for only stateful widget, not stateless widget. This is for only stateful widget. And then for total, you should do the same for total. So you have widget dot total, and then toString. So we have to convert, since this is a number, we have to convert it to a string so you can be able to use it inside our test. That been added, so let's save this for now. Go for a test run. So for the test run, there's an issue here. We have fixed it. Title, let's say article as a string. So I should say articles. Yeah. So tapping the total property. Let's say we should do 13. File and save this. I see that. So we have that applied right here. So you see it's showing up immediately right here. The articles and everything is showing up. Let's go ahead and start modifying some stuff. First of all, we want this icon to be animated. So have an animation. So to animate the icon, we could let's first of all create an animation right here. So we're going to create an animation. So remember to add animation to a stateful widget, we have to extend it with a mixin called single ticker provider state mixin. So we need this, and in here then we go ahead and create init animation controller called controller underscore controller. And next one we have late animation double. I'm going to call this expand. So actually expand button animation. That's the name for this. With those being added, so let's add our init states. Inside our init states, so it's our init state. Let's initialize the controller. So that should be this controller dot animation controller. Basing this duration 300. Let's give it 800. So we want the duration to be 800, and let's add animation for our expand. So for expand widgets, this is animation. So we are going to use a twin. So you use a twin for animation, and the animation value is a double. the beginning of our animation, I want it to start animating from 0.0 and end to pi divided by 2. So important pi. So basically, guys, to understand more about animation in Flutter, I will actually suggest you go in here. But I'll actually try to explain what I did here, what this animation is doing. But to get more grasp of animation, you should go to Flutter. So here's Flutter website. I go to cookbook. I think that should be it. Tutorial. Cookbook is, so let's see. Yeah, animation. So yeah, under this page, so you're going to kind of like from here start with the start with animation parts, animate a page routes. So start learning more about animations. Is this it? Wait, wait. This doesn't look like the beginning part of it. I'm trying to see if there's actually the beginning part of learning animation in Flutter. Okay, yeah, so we start, I think, yeah, implicit animation. Yeah, this is the beginning part. This should teach you the basics. Yeah, so this should teach you the basics. Yeah, in of animation in Flutter. So start from here, and there are more to you can learn about animation on this Flutter website. So I advise you guys to check it out. So with that being said, let's go back to what we are doing. So basically, for you to have an animation in Flutter, and also you can only use animation in stateful widget, not on stateless widget. What I'm trying to say is that animation controller, for you to kind of like declare an animation, it has to be a stateful widget. But you can use animation in a stateless widget. Animation can be used in a stateless widget, but the parent of the stateless widget has to be a stateful widget. So let's say we have a stateless widget in here somewhere. So this stateful widget has to be the parent of the stateless widget, and the animation controller has to be defined in here, and then we pass the animation controller to the stateless widget down below somewhere here. Understand? So that's how you could use animation in a stateless widget. I think I have a video on that because I usually do animation stuff on my own, and I post that on my Instagram. There's some of them on my YouTube too. You could check it out. But if you guys need more on that, I can make a full video on that. On animation. Basically, that's one thing about animation. So stateful widgets. You need this class. So it's called single ticket provider state meeting. This will help you to use animation on your stateful widgets, and then you create your animation controller right here, and you create your type of animation. So this animation of type double, and if you look closely, you will see something like this, late. So you might be asking, why are we adding late here? So since use Flutter using what we call null safety, so since we have null safety in Flutter, we have to add this late modifier here, to meaning that this will be declared later on. No, this will be instantiated later on. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So basically what we did here, understand? So that's what we are adding late. So if you remove this late, it will give you an error. Let's see. You see, it gives you an error by saying non-nullable instance field counter must be initialized. So basically we need to initialize it. Try adding an initializer expression or a generative constructor that initialize it or mark it late. So we have to mark it late and then initialize it in here. So here's where we initialized it, our constructor, and then the same thing with animation, we initialize it right here. And then remember, you have to dispose it. Whenever you are working with anything controller, you have to dispose them. So you have controller.dispose, so that will dispose the controller animation. That's it for here. And so let's go ahead and start using our animation in our app. So we created that. So we want to animate this icon. To animate this icon, I'm going to use a widget called animated. That should be animation builder. Yeah, animated builder. So this one right here, and the animation is going to be our controller we created. And the builder function is going to be a function that accepts a context and a child. And then we are going to return. Okay, so we already have a suggested code. Basically, that's still what we need. So we suggested that's what we need. So we have this. We have an icon button. So I don't need an icon button, so we have to replace that. Replace that with this. So replace the whole icon button with just icon. We are going to format. What's happened? Okay, so that's fixed. So we have the icon we want to animate. So we are going to use icon instead of an icon button, and it's going to be icons or chevron the right. Color is still going to be still the same color. Size is still there, and we are going to use transform. So the reason why we are using this widget is because we want to rotate this icon. Once you tap on it, we want to rotate it this way. That's why we are using rotate to animate it. And then remember our animation variable, which is this, and we created that right here and here. So we have to use that to rotate the angle of that icon. Since we want to rotate it, so this is the angle we want to rotate it. And once our animation starts running, so this values that is coming in here will be in the form of a angle that we could use, and we are getting that from pi. Remember your pi in mathematics, which is 3 point something. You know that. So we divide that by 2. Since we don't want the full rotation, we want just half or somewhere like that. That's why we are dividing the pi by 2. And then we are using the value here to rotate the icon once that is incorrect. With that being said, enough talking. Let's see that. So we're going to wrap this. Yeah, we are going to wrap this with a ejection detector, so we can be able to tap on something. Ejection detector. And so this ejection detector, we can just untap. For the untap, I'm going to copy in a function. So in here, I'll just copy it. So because I just had that before, let's copy it out. Save it. Okay, we'll be having some issues right now, but we're going to fix that. So restart. So let's go for a test ride. Tap on this. So let's see. Animation controller forward. basically what happened. So should be animation builder. We have the animation, which is our controller. Builder, try translate. Chevron right. Okay. So I'm trying to see what's causing the issue. So tapping that should actually. So we try. Now the untap injection dictator, which is checking if our say controller the forward, reverse. So controller don't dispose. Okay, let's try this one more time. Which one is it? This one. Okay, yeah. So guys, you can see, I think we were actually tapping on this one. So we are tapping on this one. I think that's the reason. So you tap on this. So you see the icon. You see the icon animating. You tap, close, tap, open, tap, close, tap, open. So that's working fine. So let's go ahead and fix some stuff. So right now we're going to define a variable called expanded. So we can use that to change this text we have here. And create our variable. That should be a boolean. Expanded. And we set that to be false. Right here we could say expanded true, expanded false. So basically what we are saying, if our animation is going forward, so expanded should be true. That means we tapped open, but if we tapped close, and this expanded should be false. So we can use that here, and we could say expanded is true. It's true. We should say show less, else show all, and so let's save that and see that. So tap notes. So tap on this. You see, show less, show all, show less, show all. So that's working, and so that's been done. So yeah, let's finish something up. So right now we want to, since we want to be kind of like show and hide the children, something that will be here. So we want to add a property called child. And this child we can, so since we want to kind of like dynamically change this and use that in place of every other stuff, so that's why I'm adding a child widget that we could change and add it here. And right here under our column, we could use the expanded. It's expanded. If it's true, then widget.child, else container, show empty container. So save. Yeah, before we save that, let's go and fix something. So over here, let's add a child in here. The child is going to be a dummy container for now. So it's a container, and the color is going to be product.this, and height says 200, and width let's say 200 or so. This is just for testing. We are going to change all this. Go ahead and save this. Let's try it. So click on this. You see, it shows up. Click. It hides it. Click. Shows up. Click. Hides it. Click. Shows up. So that's what we are looking for. Let's do that for other places. And so let's see which one we want to hide or show. And yeah, one more thing, we could actually move this custom short divider back. Okay, I don't think we need to move it since other ones right here has it, so don't need to move it anywhere. So we just leave it here. So what we're going to change is this, and uncomment this out. So let's comment it. So it's not show up again. Let's go ahead and fix other ones. So first of all, let's fix the articles one. So the articles. So let's fix that up. So fix. But there's an issue. This is a child property. So the child property. Now where is our articles? So here is our article. Yeah, so here it is. So it should be this container. We're going to copy this container out. So copy this. All the way to here. Just copy that, remove. And since we don't need all this part, we're going to delete this. And then it should basically return what we copied, the one we copied over. Return that. And remove this part. We don't need all this stuff. And so here's our article, and let's go ahead and copy that. That should be a child property for this. That should be the child to this. Now if you save that, you can see now it's hidden. So basically that is hidden. The article is hidden. But let's see that. Let's tap on this. And you see it's showing the article. Tap. It hides the article. You tap again. It shows the article. So this is working. This is basically what we need. Let's hide that. And let's change this one. Let's do that for this, for our review section. And to do that, let's remove this. So for reviews, that should be, what it is, custom expand item. Change the review section to it. And it's going to give us an error. Let's add a child. The child is going to be the review. So this is our review section. So this is our review. So this review should basically be inside the column widget. So this is what we need. So copy the column. So let's take away the column for now. Let's delete other stuff. Delete this. Add back the column back. Go ahead and delete the row parts. We don't need the row parts. So delete that. Once that is deleted, I don't think we need this. Just comment it out for now. Delete this part for now. We don't need that. Save, copy that, review section, and that will be the child property that is looking for. Add that, yes, save it. I see our app is looking good. The review is not hidden, but you tap on it, it shows review. You tap again, the review is hidden. Tap, shows the review. Tap again, it closes the review. So let's do that for diploma section. The next one should be diploma section. But for now, you see that diploma doesn't have anything inside, so we are going to give it an empty container for the child. The child is going to be an empty container for now, so we save that. And you see now, so if you tap, it's going to show, but there's nothing in there, so let's leave it like this. And again, is there one more? So I think it's done. Yeah, we're done with it. So these are it: certificates, reviews, and articles. So for the reviews, we still need this size box that we commented out. So you uncomment it. So to add that space here. And let's see if there's article section. We fix that up. Review test and diploma stats. So we don't need this. So we're going to delete this diploma stats section. About section, we needed that. We need that. Education section, we need it. Place of work, we need that. Let's see what. So, review tests, we added that already. This for article section, review section. So go ahead and save this. So guys, so we are able to finish this part of the details page. So the article section is done with. So I'm happy for that for us. So I'm trying to see if there's something we're missing. The review, we did that. Diploma, we did that. Place of work, we did that. Right now is to add this. So let's go ahead and add this to our app. And I think that would be it for today. Wait, I think we have some. We have a button like that. So this has a height of 60 and the width of, okay. And this has a height, okay, height of 60. So basically they're all the same height. So you can actually reuse the button right here. So let's do that. So over here, we use the button somewhere that should be in our login screen. Let's see, is it this? No, no, wait. I'm trying to see where we use the button. Okay, yeah, basically this is the button we're looking for. So this um, custom button. So you could just copy this over. Um, we go straight to our details page and then replace with, so replace what we have here. So this should be basically a row widget, a row, and a children. And inside the children we have what? Let's fix the error. And inside the children we have this custom btn, and I'm blessed, so we delete this. We don't need this for now. So custom text, we add that. Save this, and yeah, it's our button, but we have an issue. So the button is actually trying to take the whole space right here, but that's not what we need. So let's fix that up. To fix, let's wait a second. Um, Hello. Um, so we could actually change the button color, text color, widgets width. Okay, we could change the width, its border, padding, and let's see if we could actually change the height, container width, padding. Okay, these are stuff that makes up the height, so there's actually no height. So with that being said, first of all, let's go and add a test. Let's add a test here. So the test should say admission schedule. So have this. And we call that admission btn, and the test should say something like admission schedule. Save that. Copy this over. We head over to our homepage here. So we just head over to our homepage. No, not homepage. So details scheme. So we head over to our details scheme and we should use this. So we have the tests, we need admission schedule, but the button is not looking the way we want it to look. So we could do the magic on it. So let's start doing our magic. So first of all, we need what do we need? So we reduce the height and reduce the padding. Let's add a padding first so that we could reduce the height and width. So edge insect dot only so here's our custom button. So this is the edge set we are having 18, 18, 18. So you could okay, let's see. What's 10, 10, and the width we could say media query, lot of context, no, lot of context, dot size, dot width is too much, so we could just say try 1, or that's too small, try 2, that's too small, try 4, That's too small. Try 6. Um, let's try 7. I think that's manageable. But before we continue, let's add this rounded button. Let's see if we've done something like this before. So we could just reuse it instead of creating a new one. I think we did. So let's look for that. So custom button, we have the custom circle button, which is going to have an assets, images, image name. And that's what we need here. It's 60 by 60. Okay, that's basically different. So we need to create our own a new button. And we could go ahead and use this and then just modify some few stuff. Let's try that out. Before we do that, let's go to detail screen and so we have this, we have the I button, so you can just say icon. So in here, let's see if we can find that icon that we need. So you say icons.chart. So I'm trying to see if you could find that exact icon. We could just use an image in place of that icon. That was to do. So we couldn't find any icon like that. So we could default. So we should default to using the image right in here. Not imported. So this image export. Remember how to download the image. I showed that before. Preview and export. So we exported that and we could. So let's extract it. So we could, yeah. So here it is. Over here, extract, no? Extract, open with this. Right in here, button icons. This is it. So you could just say in our image folder. So let's rename to icon chart. That's the name we want to give it, and we can drag it into here and leave it here and go ahead and dismiss this and let's copy the name, copy that name. So dismiss this, and let's import it to where other images, where we imported other images we're using. That should be somewhere here. Yeah, brand images. And so we call this charts, icon charts. Should basically something like this. That's it. So copy that. So let's try image.accept. So let's say band. So import that. Let's change this. So that's what I want to import the icon, remove the PNG. So already have the PNG. Save that, and we could see the icon showing up here. So that means it's working. So let's go ahead and add the circle button. So I'm trying to move this in such a way that it will be easy for us to locate. So be side by side with this. And this is our custom circle button. And copy that. Right over here. Let's uncomment this. Let's comment this out. Below it, so have the custom circle. Okay, unplaced. Background reduce. Background reduce. Let's say 30.0. Image name. So the image name basically will just this. And the next one we have, so basically, so we have the image name, we have the radius. Let's add the unplaced. So I have the unplaced. Plus, have the function. Come on. And with that being done, next we could add is the last one will be radius. That should be 40.0. And here it is. So we have so there's an issue. So the image name, which is a string, we are passing this string, and let's see what the error is about over here. So I have image.png. Okay. So the issue is that we have to remove the PNG we added here. Save this. We could, yeah, it shows up, and so let's see what else we need to do. So this icon, the size, let's increase it to So let's make it something like around 40. So like that. Maybe I'm missing something. Something is wrong somewhere. So we want to increase the size of this icon, and to increase that. Okay, not really our fault. So the issue is that we have hard coded the height and width here, but remember we can always make any of our widgets reusable. So right now there's this is tricky. So because we have been using these widgets in other places and we can't just go back and start changing everything there. So what we could do, we could add a parameters that are not required that we could use to make these changes. So add a height. Um, so yeah, final of double we call that img height. So basically image height. That's what that means. Remember to make this optional, so it will not be required. So and add that, so that will be optional, not a required parameter. Next one will be final double img width, which is optional, not required. Add that. So we could say if height, let's go as well. We say img width is stateless widget, so that should be okay. We have image height, so that is null. That means it's empty, it's not added. So you should use this as default. The same thing with the width. So you can say image width. If that is null, default to this. You can just save this, and there will be no error. We won't have any error to fix. So if you go to problems, so we don't have any issue here. And let's go back to the debug console. And with that being added, so we could go back here and then use that to modify our image. So you could just say image height, image width. You could just say it should be 40.0 and it should be 40.0. Save that. And you see the image has grown up to what we need. But right now you see the image is too big. We don't need that. We don't want it to be this much big, so we want to reduce it. Just to something like that. So just say, let's go back to 20, but that's too small. Let's try 30, 80, and what about 35? 35. Okay, that's good for me. So leave it at 35. And one more thing, if you notice, you see that this has a rounded border. So we could go back and see now both. We have to add a rounded border, and so but radius. So background radius for this one, and radius is for the inner one. Okay. So we could actually get this to work if we keep on changing. So let's say the radius is 40. That looks too big. Is it? Just leave it that way. Let's say it's 40. And this one, let's say it's 30. And yeah, we are getting the border. So what we could do is to increase this to 35 and a bit more, 36. There we go. So there is our border. So if you look, you can see the same border applied, but we could just make it 37. Looks like everything is here. Let's leave it at 37. Let's see what that looks like. So 37. That being done. So let's go ahead and reduce the other button. And okay, this button right here. Let's go and reduce that. Remember we made the padding. So left, right. Let's take this to 5. Take this to 5. Top. Take this to 5. Bottom. Take this to 5. 0, 5, 0. Save. Okay. So something is wrong. This is not actually changing the time. Having custom button. Height 70. Okay, so basically I have to change the height of this to affect this one. Does that make sense? So we have animation, round this. So let's remove the color, the background color for now, so we don't need that anymore. So, oh my goodness, so basically this, we couldn't even see it again. So let's add back our border. So let's increase the border. Why is it not showing up? Okay, I'm trying to see what we doing wrong here. Okay, so why don't we basically make this a row? So comment this out, go up here, child, row, the best will be okay, child, and then copy one of this, so you have this. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so let's say top 10, 10, and that will be increased. So let's say 18, 18, and yeah, that's it. Um, we have another position widget. We have another position widget. Has a come on, has the same up with this, and left. So use media query from the left. We could say child. So why is this showing an error? No. Okay, we don't that made it probably the error, so there should be comma position at here. So child basically will be this one. So that is import this back again, and then top show what we have here, and then the left on the left. Media query, and here it goes. Well, that's too much, so let's reduce this to 2, but that's too small. Let's try 2 numbers. Let's try 5, let's try 6, try 7, so the space, so 6, 5, okay, 6, 8, and should this 0.6. Okay, that's not what I expected. 6. But right now, let's go ahead and reduce it. Reduce, so it's a 40. I think that would make sense if it's 40. And about 35. Okay. This should be 33. 33.5. 0.6. Leave it this way, and let's go down, bring it down a bit. Too much. From the left, let's try. So 7.5. Does that look too much? I think that's okay for us. Let's see what else we need to do. So we need to move this down. Okay, so we basically need to add bottom. These are bottom bar here. So let's go ahead and add our bottom bar. So we can copy that from our main home page. So added is somewhere, yeah, somewhere. Button navigation bar, copy that, and in here, import. Okay, so there's it. So that's our button navigation bar. And now let's move this up a bit. Let's go ahead and delete this. Mm, okay, let's see if we could finish up on time. So, we are way past time. And let's just do one or two. Let's round this up. So I want to move this up, and to move it up, that's 7. That's 2, 7, 6. Um, okay, so the space, that's a bit 7, 7. Okay, that's okay with me. So let's move the other one up. Let's 8. Let's 7, 4. 7, 5. 7, 4, 4, 3. Okay, that's fine. We could go. Okay, so then move this a bit from the left. Should say right. So yeah, that's too much. That's good. And then we could go ahead and increase it a bit in size, 20, maybe it's 20. Okay, yeah, there we go. We are good to go. So we just finish this up. So we could just scroll up, scroll down. We have these buttons. So let's keep this side by side and watch to see what we've done so far. So we have this icon, this image, about section, education section, which we have here. We have place of work, diploma sets, reviews, articles. So the same. So let's open this to see how that looks for now. It makes sense. So we have this. Scroll down, and we have the two overlaid buttons. So we have these two buttons overlaid here, which is this like this one. So the chat button and the admission schedule. So that's good for us. Yeah, guys. So that kind of like marks the end of UI for this part. So tomorrow we'll be fixing the functionalities, so making it dynamically so that whenever we tap, it's not going back. Okay. So whenever we tap on this, it opens the user right here and not a dummy test. So that's what we're going to face tomorrow. Good. So when you tap on any of this user, it populates this with that particular user's details and not these dummy details we have here. So we covered a lot today. So I don't hope to continue for any more longer than so far. So yes, guys, see you guys tomorrow. So try to review what we have done so far, and also let me know if you're fixing any issues, and So if you look at, yeah, if you have noticed, we look at the repo, the GitHub repo. So it's not updated, but I'm hoping to update it with what we have done so far by end of this week. So by end of this week, I'm hoping we could have come on, we could have finished this, like these two screens. So we are looking forward to finishing these two screens, and then I'm working on this particular screen side, then I'll be able to upload that. We continue on what you are doing, and also, guys, keep on the lookout for um, my iOS parts episode coming too. So I'm preparing some stuff for iOS development. So you guys should also be keeping lookout for that. And also, it will be streaming. I'll be streaming it, but it will be on different timings or something like that. Not this, maybe after streaming Flutter, then I stream iOS or something like that, because there's other couple of other technologies and projects I'll be streaming to. So yeah, with that being said, so see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day. Nice having you guys with me on this episode. I'm doing all this together. Um, thanks. And yeah, thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice day.